Good morning. I will now call the October 21st meeting of the Educational Professional Standards Board Waiver Committee to order. I am joined this morning by fellow committee members, Corinne Murphy and Lisa Rosinski. We have 13 waivers to review and formulate a recommendation to present to the full board. The waivers will be presented by Brandon Harrod and Sharon Salzman. We will start with waiver A presented by Brandon Harrod.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So the first waiver was submitted by Western Kentucky University. It's a request for one of their learning and behavioral disorder students to be placed with Mr. Carson Tusky. It's classroom in the fall of 2025. At the time of the placement, Tuscany will have only 2 years of experience as a teacher, but they're wanting to waive the 3-year requirement to be a cooperating teacher. Since they're having some issues finding LBD teachers that meet all the requirements in that region.
I make a motion to approve waiver A.
A second. Is there any discussion? Oh, all righty. Okay. Waiver B, which will be also presented by Mr. Harris.
Yeah, so University of Kentucky has submitted a alternative student teaching placement request for Alex Cornett. Alex is a Master of Arts in Teaching World Languages student. They are a candidate in the Japanese program. And as you can understand, it's hard to find placements in the middle school level for Japanese. So they're wanting to complete all 70 days at the secondary level.
Move to.
All right, I second. Is there any discussion?
Argues.
Hey, this is a pattern today. Let's discuss waiver C, please.
C is very similar, also submitted by the University of Kentucky for Megan Sullivan's alternative placement. She's also a Master of Arts in Teaching World Languages program student. She is in the Latin program, and they are having difficulty finding an eligible placement in which wish to have it in all secondary level placement.
We have a recommendation.
Move to approve. I second that.
On to waiver D.
Waiver D was submitted by Lindsay Wilson University on behalf of one of their student teachers that needs to waive 5 days of their placement due to an unforeseen circumstance, medical circumstance that requires them to be isolated for a number of days. So they're requesting to waive 5 days of the placement.
Do we have a recommendation?
I make a motion to approve waiver D. Second.
Is there any discussion? All right, on to waiver E, which will be presented by Ms. Salzman.
Morehead State University submitted this waiver on behalf of Casey Hampton. She's a candidate for admission to the Director of Special Education Program. Morehead State requests a waiver of the requirement of a minimum of 1 year of experience as a teacher of exceptional children or school psychologist. She has served as a middle school assistant principal for the past 2 years and as an elementary principal for 5 years. She has also completed 232 professional development and training hours in special ed and leadership instruction. She also serves as the Admissions and Release Committee Chairperson, the 504 Chairperson, and the Multi-Tiered Systems of Support Chairperson for the district. So they are asking that we accept her experience and to be allowed to be admitted to this program.
Is there a recommendation?
I make a motion to approve waiver D. Second.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to defer to you on that one because ECE is a rare bird. So forward. Thank you, ladies. On to waiver D. I'm sorry, F. I don't know my alphabet. I don't know my dates.
So I wrote it down.
I've been on medical leave too long. I'm sorry.
This one is from Mercer County, and they've submitted a waiver on behalf of Carmen Sally, a certified elementary teacher with 6 years of experience. The district states their experience is shortage of qualified teachers, particularly in core subjects such as math. They have partnered with 3 universities to encourage option 9. They have made numerous attempts to recruit and hire qualified math teachers. While these have increased visibility, the number of fully certified applicants remain insufficient. So Mercer County Schools is requesting the EPSB waive the grade range for elementary certification to allow her to teach sixth grade.
Do we have a recommendation?
I have to recuse.
Move to approve. Okay, and I will second the approval. On to waiver G.
Right. This one is by the Office of Career and Technical Education, and they've submitted this waiver on behalf of Bruce Williams, a fire rescue teacher. He has enrolled in classes for the fall 2025 semester. They state that there was confusion due to Mr. Williams transitioning from adjunct to occupational certification, which happened during an administrative transition at Jefferson Community and Technical College. He has started in the new Teacher Institute, but shifted to year 2 during year 1 due to his years of experience. He thought he would be contacted regarding starting classes, but he wasn't. So he plans to complete his associate's degree as soon as possible. He is only missing his general education classes. So OCTE is requesting that EPSB waive the requirement of 6 credit hours and issue him his 1-year provision.
Is there a recommendation?
He's currently enrolled
It said in November.
In November.
in November. I'll make a motion to approve waiver G. Second.
I'm ready. On to waiver H.
Okay, this is also another one from the Office of Career and Technical Education, and this is on behalf of Ingrid Warren for occupational-based certification for engineering technology. His original hire date was in the middle of the school year, so his certificate expires December 31st of this year. They are requesting that Mr. Warren be allowed to finish out this school year by extending his certificate through May of 2026. He will be retiring at the end of this school year, so they're asking the EPSB waive the renewal limit and issue Mr. Warren an occupation-based certification for engineering technology.
Do we have a recommendation?
Move to approve.
Second.
All righty. Waiver I.
This one is to waive emergency certification requirements, and this was submitted by Warren County Schools. They have been unsuccessful in finding qualified teachers for a family consumer science position. The district states there were no other viable candidates. This candidate is enrolled in courses to help raise her GPA and subsequently applying for the option route in family and consumer, option 6 route in family and consumer science. She is also participating in the in-house mentoring program and contributes to after-school programs and activities. So the district is requesting that EPSB waive the required GPA and issue an emergency certificate.
Do we have a recommendation?
But are they currently certified in anything? You know, like they were already teaching and developing the program. Are we just extending it?
I believe she was, I don't think she's certified. You can double check that. Is she working as a sub, maybe?
She does have a substitute certificate at the moment. I make a motion to approve waiver.
She's got. And I had a question since we were asking questions and just curious, did she indicate something happened in her life because her grade? It's like 2 different students when I looked at her transcripts.
She did that.
Okay, all right. Just curious. So we agreed on that one. On to waiver J, please.
This one is to waive the out-of-state GPA requirements for a candidate for issuance of a professional certificate for biological science. She states her GPA reflects a period of personal hardship during her college years and not her true potential or ability. She does have 9 years of teaching experience with a wide range of courses, including end-of-course biology, forensic science, medical, microbiology, and AP biology. The candidate states that teaching is her calling and the most fulfilling work, so the candidate requests that EPSB waive the out-of-state GPA requirement, issue her a full 5-year completion certificate.
I have a recommendation for waiver J. Second. Waiver K, also presented by Ms. Salisbury.
Right, this is to allow educational leadership coursework for rank 1 for Sarah Wallace. She does hold a professional certificate for elementary education and an endorsement for teacher leader. She would like to apply for a rank 1 based on the completion of 54 hours from the Doctor of Education program in educational leadership from the University of the Cumberlands. This program is not an EPSB approved program, but she states that she believes the program has directly and meaningfully strengthened her effectiveness as a teacher and leader within her elementary school. She explains that the merger of the School of Leadership Studies and the School of Education is firmly rooted in K-12 practice, and her own work within the program has consistently been centered on elementary education. So she is requesting that the EPSB grant her rank 1 based on the completed coursework.
Do we have a recommendation or discussion?
What have we done in the past?
In the past, I'm pretty sure we've denied.
So most of the rank change requests that come to this committee have been denied because what is required with the rank change is either that it's an approved rank change program, that it is, adding an area of certification, or it is within their content area. If they don't meet one of those, they can ask staff to do a review. Staff will look at the transcripts and see if it's a clear-cut case in which staff is able to grant that it's clearly, within those hours, even though it's not an approved program, those hours are within the certification area, then staff is able to grant that. If not, they have the ability to make that request to the board, and in the request to the board show that while this may not meet those requirements, that it does enhance their certificate, is sufficiently tied to that. So this candidate has provided you with a lot of documentation to review. I don't think we have had one specifically on point for this doctorate. Now, my understanding is that the university has a similar doctorate that is approved for rank change, but correct.
I don't think the doctorate program is approved. It's similar to their ed leadership
Okay,
program.
they have a similar rank change
Yes.
program. This one just is not approved. She does also make the tie between her teacher leader and some of the coursework. So that is the decision for the course.
And I had a few questions. She said that, well, they said that the programs merged. Did either of the programs that she claims merged? I don't know that it's not true. I don't know anything. So I'm not disparaging what she said. But were either of those programs approved before the merger?
I'm not sure. Do you know?
My knowledge,
Okay. And,
I will say there have been some changes at college level. So
Yes.
that is accurate, the merger.
and also my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, that she was told before she did all these hours that it wasn't approved. And that this would not lead to that rank change, and that most of these were focused on higher ed, not K-12. If I read correctly.
I read that too. That's what I read.
There were some email exchange where she was told about the approved program.
And the only reason I'm hesitant is because I know several people who, like you said, have been denied. So what precedent are we setting if we change it now, for those people?
So it is on a case by case basis. Anybody that is denied the in-house rank changer does not meet the requirements of the regulation, does have the same ability to come before you. When I was looking back, I don't think we've had one of these requests definitely since 24. It may have been 23, and not for this one specifically. Now, it does, I think open some additional avenues for those individuals that have taken non-approved programs.
I don't have a decision one way or the other personally. I'm just asking questions.
So my questions are, just based on my experience, when I started my EDD program, they did tell me that the doctorate itself does not affect your certification at all. There's nothing that would do for your certification. And when I read back through the emails, when, over a year ago, maybe even in early 24, she was asking questions then. And I didn't see anything in the course of this applicant's progression that created an exception now that's different than what has been the standard the entire time. And the applicant was told early on in their process what they needed to do. And I thought you had to have a rank one before you could participate in a doctorate program. So that confused me as well.
Well, I can confirm that you don't actually, it's university specific.
Okay.
Maybe there are some universities who say that you have to have a rank one, but you don't have to
Thanks.
historically. I think the email that strikes me, the November 8th, 2024 email, where there's affirmation that the University of Cumberland has recommended that she switch to the EDS program that is a rank one, relatively compelling. Much as I dislike how my opinions aside, I think from a process perspective, I'm not sure that there's enough here to suggest that there's 30 hours that apply to that qualifies as rank, given that you've been told about national boards and told to switch to an EDS. And that this program is not designed for rank. I have to say that.
Now, I mean, I guess my thing is, who are we empowered to change precedent so that going forward, this works? And that in the future, people who are in a program that's not approved, but we can see classes that are relevant to one of your other degrees, we say yes.
Well, we've always had that, and it's on a case by case.
Yeah, I'm saying, because it sounds like, even though in the past we've said no, from what I'm hearing, both of you are leaning towards, I wish it was different. That's why I'm asking that question.
I wish our rank program was different. I don't necessarily think that this case
Gotcha.
qualifies to, I think within what we have said in the past, that and leadership programs that are designed for it's like the MBA. We've not said historically that an MBA leads to, but if you're a business ed teacher, you make the case, but it doesn't.
That's the same thing with the divinity. I know people have doctorates in divinity, and they definitely help with classroom management.
I make no sense. That was a stretch for me to shut my mouth. Yeah, I can't recommend it.
I was going to make a motion to deny.
Okay, all right, all righty. On to L, please.
So this one is to allow Masters of Science in Clinical Mental Health Counseling for rank one for Leslie Wood. She has a professional certificate for learning behavior disorders and an endorsement for gifted education. She also holds a bachelor's degree in LBD and a master's in general education. She states she completed a second master's degree in clinical mental health counseling, an 80-hour program accredited by the Council for Accreditation of Counseling and Related Educational Programs. She does not hold school counselor certification. This program is an out-of-state program that is not approved by EPSB. She is requesting that the EPSB grant her rank one based on this program.
Is there any discussion or recommendation?
A lot of hesitation for me here. If you're not a licensed counselor having completed one of these programs, I'm not even sure why we'd be considering this.
And it's a program.
Well,
that's not-
okay, fair. I mean, you can ask the question, right? But I'm not sure what there is. I mean, you're not a Kentucky program. You haven't completed the terminal certification for that is a function of this program. I don't have a lot of hesitation around it.
Make a motion to deny waiver L.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. On to waiver M.
Right, so this is to allow Masters in Management Consultancy for rank two for Orphelina Vega. She holds a professional certificate for Spanish. She completed a master's degree at the University of Havana in Cuba in management consultancy. She states the focus of the study was on identifying the causes affecting the teaching and learning process in middle and high school education. So she requests that the EPSB allow her master's degree to meet the requirements of a rank two.
Is there any discussion or recommendation for waiver M?
I had a question. In all of that documentation, I read something, and I wish I would have highlighted it, that said, I think it was from their employing district, that whatever their role is, they wouldn't, role did not qualify them for rate changes. And I couldn't quite figure out what this person's role is. It was maybe bilingual assistant instructor, BAI. Does that sound right? Like, there was so much documentation when I read that. That's the one part that stuck with me was,
Yeah, she serves as a bilingual assistant instructor at Indiana Trail Elementary.
somewhere in their district's communication with them, they said, here's what, EPSB has still said several times, really has told her no, told them. And then at some point, somebody else is involved in the correspondence, and they said something about their role, I don't know if they're classified, if that's a classified position,
And that may have been in reference to like how they're paid at the district
Okay.
level.
okay.
So for the rank change for the board's perspective, you're just looking at the certificate that they hold.
Yeah.
And so I think that the question is there exceptional circumstances that this degree, would give them the ability to have the rank change in that Spanish certificate, when it's not in the content area or an approved rank change program.
I didn't see anything in the supporting documentation that was provided that would overturn all of the prior denials that the applicant has been given. I make a motion to deny.
Second.
Alrighty. Is there any further discussion? Hearing no further discussion, at this time, the waiver committee is adjourned.